The government is refusing to take in temporary Afghan refugees, even if it's only 126 of them, and they won't cost government a cent. Refugee aid organisation Exitus says it hasn't asked South Africa to permanently accommodate Afghan refugees or to pay any money towards their stay in the country. The Department of International Relations and Cooperation says South Africa is already hosting a substantial number of refugees who are benefiting from social assistance and free medical health care. Exitus had already chartered aircrafts to OR Tambo, booked hotel stays for all 126 refugees, and says they formally committed and proved financial independence. Well, Candace Rivera is the CEO and founder of Exitus, and she joins us now from Dubai. Candace, thank you so much for joining us. I understand that most of these 126 refugees are currently in Pakistan, and they are women and children. Pakistan is a temporary holding area for them, where many countries are hosting refugees from Afghanistan until they can be sent to the US.
Yes, that is correct. We have quite a few women and children that are waiting. We still have some individuals that are in Afghanistan that we have access to and are able to evacuate. That being said, Pakistan is a place where we will be evacuating them from and taking them to South Africa. And that was the original plan.
Why are they not being sent straight to the United States? And why do some refugees need to temporarily stay in host countries?
Part of the reason is the United States isn't set up specifically to take these individuals. U.S. citizens and AMSETs, those green card holders, can go to the U.S. fairly easy, relatively speaking, but a lot of these individuals, specifically these refugees, they need to get out quickly. The process isn't quick enough for them, and we needed to get them to a safe space because right now time is ticking. They don't have enough safety to actually stay where they're at to wait for the process.
Candace, what is the issue with them staying in Pakistan? Because the South African government says that, considering that is their first base country on arrival from Afghanistan, they don't have any obligation to bring them to South Africa.
So Pakistan isn't necessarily a safe place for them, and some of these individuals haven't made it to Pakistan yet. The reason why Pakistan became a pickup point and kind of a drop-off for these individuals to get to South Africa was because it was not safe for them to stay in Afghanistan. A lot of these individuals are high-priority individuals that have been allies to the UK, America, and they really they're individuals that are not safe. They will be killed. What's happening in Afghanistan right now, these individuals and people like these individuals are being slaughtered. So in order to keep them in Afghanistan, to move them to South Africa is practically impossible. We have to move them to Pakistan. Pakistan isn't safe for them either. That is just a means to get them out. It's not safe for all of our people to go to Afghanistan to pick them up either. What happened at the airports in Kaya and some other airports being closed, it became impossible for us to get these people out. A lot of these people went to the airport. If they did have the paperwork to go to the airport, they couldn't get through the gates. We're talking thousands of individuals to get through. They weren't able to get to a tarmac to even get on a plane. So given the time frame they had, where they're at, it is not safe for them to be there, and we needed to utilize something, a landing spot, so to speak, from Pakistan to get them to South Africa.
Just to be clear, Exitus has said that hosting them in South Africa will not cost the government a cent.
You are correct in that. We've partnered with Perry Hill International and have housing for all of these individuals, actually up for even more than just the 126. We have secured food, resources in the form of social working aid, trauma aid, medical care, everything from dental packs to hygiene kits, clothing. We've secured all of that for these individuals and are not asking the South African government to pay for anything. We will provide that with our partners, and one of which being Wade Hill with Perry Hill International.
Will you try and keep negotiations ongoing at a high level with the South African government to try and resolve the situation?
Absolutely. I'm asking right now for them to rethink their decision so that we can bring these people. They're waiting, and it is only a matter of time before they don't have any more time. At this point, it's not rather the question being, is it the Americans' fault? Is it South Africa? Is it Afghanistan? Is it Pakistan? It is a human problem, and we need to do everything we can to get these individuals to safety. That being said, if we stand by and say no, we essentially sign the death certificates of these people and many more like them. And so at this point, we will do everything we can to ask and plead for these individuals to be let in. All we need is a landing certificate for them to land in South Africa so we can take care of them and get them to where they need to go.
I understand you've already chartered the Boeings and aircraft, two of them. What are, just very quickly before we wrap, what are some of the experiences that these Afghan refugees are going through in Afghanistan at the moment?
Gosh, they're heartbreaking. My team and our phones we're just being flooded by emails and texts and messages. To be brutally honest, they're being slaughtered. We have families who have had children beheaded in front of their eyes. They are being beaten. They are being hunted. They are being chased. The fear and terror in these individuals sitting and hiding is so high, it's incomprehensible. They are in fear of their lives, and every minute they are pleading for help. I can't tell you the threads I have where we've watched minute by minute individuals listening to Taliban come through their buildings and finally make it to their apartment, and then we don't hear from them anymore. And so every minute we wait, these individuals are in fear for their lives, and it is very, very real. There is a genocide that is happening, and if we don't do something, they will be murdered.
All right, thank you so much. That was Candace Rivera, founder of Exitus. Newslink has approached several spokespeople from the International Relations Department to respond. They've yet to reply.